Hi, my name is Tabitha, and I'm here today to show you how to take one of Chanel Shop's Creations layouts and put it over top one of her chalkboard pages. So today I'm featuring her Neon Bright, and I will drop her Etsy shop link in the comments below. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to go find my chalkboard page. And although she does have links to all of her stuff in her planners, it was easier for me just to go find it all there. All right, so I'm going to go up to the box with the arrow up, and this is our export. I'm going to export it as an image. Hit export, and I'm going to save this to my camera roll. All right, the next one I have to go find is my actual page layout. And I like to use the one that doesn't have any of the extra colors on the background. You'll see why when we get over to the Magic Eraser app. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to export the page, make sure it's on image, hit export, and again, make sure it's saved to my roll. All right, so for now we can get out of GoodNotes, and I'm going to head over to my Magic Eraser app, which is the third one from the top. You'll see it looks like an M on it. Now, I do not have the paid version. Sometimes you have to go through ads or stuff at the beginning, but once it opens up, you'll get to this where you see all of your little pictures. And what I want to do is I'm going to click that very first one because that's the one we want to get rid of the background on. So the first thing they want you to do is go ahead and crop it just like you would if you're in any of your photos apps. I'm just going to bring it down, make sure I get everything I possibly can out of the way, and then you hit done. All right, now you're going to look at the very bottom left-hand corner, make sure you're on the little magic wand, and what this does is it erases whatever I touch. So I want to get rid of this white background. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to take off the boxes as well. Now I'm going to leave the water glasses because I think they'll just show up better if I do. The other thing I've got to do is I'm going to take my fingers and spread them apart and make this bigger because I need to go through on the letters and make sure and get inside of them as well. Now you can also just erase the letters if you want to use your own font or change some of the wording, but I like to try to go ahead and leave the original as much as I can, and then if I decide I want to change it later, I will do it in Procreate. This way I have an original. I always like to have at least one original. Make sure you get inside the A. I think the other time I tried this, I kept forgetting to do the top of the A, and I got in and I was like, oh shoot, I had to start all over again. But we're going to get inside each one of these little letters here. And if you make a mistake and you accidentally hit a letter that you didn't, or line that you didn't meet, so like if I accidentally hit the actual O and I took the O away, it's not a big deal. Just go up and you'll see the undo arrow. I can undo and then I can just click right back in it. All right, pinch this small again. I'm pretty sure I got everything. So you're going to go to your export, which is the top right, the little square with the arrow in it. You're going to click on it real quick. Now you have two choices. I could save it as a JPEG, which kind of defeats the purpose because what I was trying to do was get rid of the background. Or I can just save it as a PNG. So you just tap on the PNG, save it as high resolution, and it's going to save it to your camera roll. All right? So then I'm going to get out of Magic Eraser. And I'm going to go into Procreate. Oops, and you can see I already did this, but we're going to do this one more time. Sorry. I was practicing on it to make sure I had it right. We're going to hit Photo, and I'm going to go over and do the chalkboard. Okay, and I'm going to pinch it in just so I can see the whole thing real quick. All right, then I'm going to go to the wrench, otherwise known as the action tool. I'm going to hit the plus sign, which is an add. I'm going to hit Insert Photo. And I'm going to go find that photo we just made, that PNG. And now you can see you can't read it because, well, it's black, but I can, because of the square, I can kind of even it out a little bit there. See if it's in the spot I want it to be. I'm going to come over here and hit the layers, which is the two squares on top of each other. I'm going to click off that chalkboard. So now I can just see the PNG that we made. And that's the layer I'm currently on because it's highlighted in blue. I'm going to click outside of that. And I'm going to make it really big for a minute, just so that like the D shows up. Now you're going to click on that circle with the color on it, and you're going to pick whatever color you want. I happen to have a palette already made with the Delilah, the 1000, and the neon colors that are used. So I'm going to probably choose the neon green. If you don't have palettes made, that's okay. You can go to, there's the disc you can choose from. You can choose from the classic by just, maneuvering the slides there. Or if you have a hex code, you can even put hex code in. But like I said, I've already got a palette made. I'm going to make sure I'm on that neon green. Then I'm going to go put my pen on that neon green, and I'm going to drag it on top of the D, and I'm not going to let go. I'm going to keep my pen on this, and then I'm going to take my pen and move all the way to the right to make sure the saturation is at its finest and highest point. That way it fills in everything that I want filled in. Okay. All right, I'm going to make it size it so you can see it a little bit better there. Okay, now I just go back to my layers. I turn my chalkboard back on so I can see what it's going to look like, and I like that. I think it's going to look pretty good. Now, a couple of things you can do if you want to make the wording look a little more chalkier. If you go back to your layers, you can hit the N, right? And we can kind of fade it out a bit so it looks like it's more written in chalk if you want. I kind of like leaving it bright because it's neon. Another option is to go up to what looks like a little magic wand, which is also our adjustments. And you can do like the blurs, and you can blur it a little bit if you want, just to make it look more chalky like. But I think for today I'm going to leave it nice and bright because I'm working in the neon and I want that neon look. All right, so we go back up to our layers. We're going to click off our chalkboard. We're going to click off the background. All right, I'm going to go back to my actions or my wrench tool. And then I'm going to go over to where it says share. That's the arrow. I'm going to share it as a PNG because I want that to be a clear background. I'm going to go ahead and save this to my images, which is going to be saving it to my camera roll. Get out of here. Go back to Good Notes. And I need to go back and find that chalkboard page. Now I can duplicate the chalkboard page just by hitting the arrow and duplicate. This way I always have a clean one to work with. And here's that. All right. Now I just need to make sure that I'm on, say like there's my lasso. I need to make sure I'm on my images, and it should be that very first image. I'm working in Good Notes 5. If you are in Good Notes 4, you're gonna have to choose your image and then go find it from your camera roll. But Good Notes 5, they give you what's on your immediate roll right away. So I'm just gonna click on it, and there it is. So now I just drag, make it bigger, center it so it's all nice and pretty. And then I usually just hit the eraser, so that way it clicks it in there just right. Well, there you go. That's how I get my layouts on top of my chalkboard. Thank you for joining me. Bye.